Hello hate fans, it is the Sainted Magnus here. Heads up, you know what time it is. It's time for me to answer your comments. We have a new name. You'll see what it is in a minute when I read one of the comments. So I've got a couple of podcast comments from podcast number 8. So I'm going to go straight into them. Hybrid Race 92. Hello. And just like that, less space on my Android phone to make room for another badass podcast. Thank you very much. I'm glad we're clogging up your Android phone with our podcast goodness. Random Purple Hippo. What a fucking name. On behalf of Canada, I apologise for the creation of the Assassin's Creed series. We are currently working on a way to kill off our French-Canadian residents. Well, with me being British, we'll get to that in a minute, I'm not really a big fan of the French. So, he's got a thumbs up in my book and a seal of approval from my left foot. And with me kicking them out into the ocean. Plenty of room in the ocean for French people. That's the only problem with France. It's full of French people. Yes, I'm being Frenchist. Thanks for your comment. Mars Woody, welcome back. Over here in the UK, you can get a 12-month Xbox Live membership for £35. That is true. So imagine paying £5 a week for an Xbox Live. You can get 5 months free. Seriously, it is not a lot of money for 12 months online. Have you paid an internet bill recently? Or does your mum pay for it? And you can say, it should be free, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, the online service is a million times better than PSN. I've got one little comment for that. No advertisements on my fucking games or anywhere on my dashboard. Besides, PlayStation, it's a good online service for what you get for your pay, what you pay for. And it's a damn good fucking service. And it's actually safe now. Not much can be said about Xbox recently. That's my opinion. And Nintendo? Ooh, don't think I'm leaving Nintendo out. Your online service can suck a dick. Thank you very much for your comment, by the way. Goldstein's book. Well, here's an idea. Because Sainted answers fan questions and sometimes has to deal with flaming from people, that is true. His segment could be called Fanning the Flames with Sainted Magnus. Well, I'm going to call it Fanning the Flames, and this is going to be Fanning the Flames episode 3. I'm going to rename the other 2 after I film this. Just an idea, probably a shit one. Not really, it's the best idea we've had. We've had 2 entries. One of them wasn't much cop. This one, actually a good idea. So, as you can see above, it is named. I'm going to feature your channel down below in the comments. Thank you very much, Goldstein. It's not bad, Fanning the Flames. Aki123, or Aki, whatever you want to fucking comment. Yo Chaos, cut some slack to Sainted. It's a good live show where what he did. Okay, learn grammar. I know you're being on my side, but use some grammar. Onto the cast itself. Lived the sharp comebacks from Alpha and Sainted in this one. I'm guessing you're saying loved. Bonus point, by ending the podcast with a raw. By the way, cynical time for the new Alpha skit. Possibly. I'll pitch it to him, see what he says. I'm no way, by any means, a big fucking internet celebrity, but I do know some people. It's not what you know, it's who you know nowadays, apparently. Right, let's scroll down. Thank you very much, Aki. Right, now there was 2 comments from Extreme Gamer, so I'm going to answer them both. Extreme Gamer 9951. He says, "Who is the British guy?" You're looking at him. See? British. And if you watch my videos, you can see a big fucking Union flag in the background. And who's the Angry Video Game Nerd, or AVGN? I will post a picture there, so you can see exactly who that motherfucker is. He's not a motherfucker really, he's a good filmmaker. It's just that his AVGN stuff is kind of run thin. But if you watch him as a movie maker, he's actually pretty damn good. And anybody else that says otherwise, they can suck my left nut because I don't give a shit what they think. I do actually enjoy the Angry Video Game Nerd, especially the early years. And here's one to me. Let's see. XXXOWDYMTNHLK0XXXX. That is a fucking mouthful of a name. And this is to me personally. Hey Sainty Magnus, you know you're a fucking boss, right? Thought you should be reminded. I'm a boss. Fair enough. Well, what can I say? I've been told I'm a boss. Anyway, let's see. On to a couple of emails now. First one, it's from Enzo241. Hello guys, I'm just saying that you are the best podcast on the interwebs. Why, thank you. I've just got one question. Do you think there'll be another video game crash like in 1983? Well, I was born in 1984, so I don't remember the first crash. But I've read a lot about it, and I think we're in danger of the industry getting stagnated because of all the same shit releases that we get every year, and no new IPs being released. I think the only new IP I'm looking forward to is two of them. Dishonored and Lollipop Chainsaw. Zombies and a hot chick. Can't go fucking wrong. That's my answer. I'm sure other people will have the same answer, and I'll probably pitch it to them in the podcast. So, thanks very much for your email. I've got a second email here, and it is from Matthew Boone. Now he's emailed the show before. Do you consider the GameCube, Xbox, PS, and PS2 retro systems? No. Since the games are not on shelves anymore and certain games are becoming rare, do you think it's still too early to say that these systems are retro? Yes, it's too early to say these systems are retro, because to be quite honest, retro is anything pre-PlayStation, in my book. One of my friends says any disc-based fucking games are not retro. So that covers Sega CD and everything. So that's the answer to that question from me and one of my friends. What are the few games you were looking forward to playing and was either cancelled or wasn't released in your region? This applies to any generation of gaming. Right, well, in my opinion, not my opinion, basically a fact, I wanted to play Stalker 2 and they cancelled Stalker 2 because the studio shut and they couldn't get the fucking license. So they're making a new MMO post-apocalyptic thing. I wanted Stalker 2, I didn't want a post-apocalyptic fucking MMO. If I want post-apocalyptic world wandering shit, that's where I go, Stalker. Because Stalker is a fantastic fucking game and it has my seal of approval. Any other games that weren't released in my region? Well, during the early 90s, we were starved of RPGs. A lot of the US got like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3. We got Earthbound. You got a whole host of RPGs that I'm recently discovering, and I'm actually after a Super Nintendo from the US, so I can collect these nice RPGs and have a nice little tailored collection of Super Nintendo US. So, though those are what I'm looking forward to actually trying out, even though they've been out for fucking 20 years near enough. So, it's a quick, short and sweet one this week, because we didn't get many channel comments, and some of the channel comments we got were long-winded questions, which are going to be used for the podcast. So, I'd just like to say that we have the Network of Hate Facebook group sorted out. I'm going to post a link somewhere over there, or maybe down in the doohickey, doodah, whatever you want to fucking call it, down below, so we can actually get a network going of stories that people would like us to talk about on the podcast. So any stories, just post a little description about what this story is in the link on that page, and then any channel comments and shit like that can go on the Facebook page, where we can. It just makes it easier for us really to actually differentiate between the two. Also, we are just over 1,400 subscribers this week. I'll tell you what, 2 months doing shit like this, we are very grateful to have such fucking loyal fans like yourselves. So, I'm going to end this video by saying I've been Sainty Magnus of the HBP podcast, and I shall see you in the podcast on next week. Yep, take care. Oh, and don't forget to like us all on fucking Facebook, or we'll come to your house and brick the windows.